Hey guys, it's Tyra. Today I'm gonna show you how to do a very glamorous thing. So, what we're gonna do today is a look that you can do in under 20 minutes. This is perfect for getting ready to go to school in the morning, to the office, to lunch, your roommates come home, your partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever you wanna go out, you need to get ready, lickety split, super quick. So I'm gonna show you a makeup look for that and also how to style your hair. For more videos, go to my channel. Okay, so let's get started. First, so my hair is shampooed and conditioned. So just gonna take it out of the towel, just brush this out. That's pretty much all I do. Sometimes I'll like throw it back in a headband just so that it's out of the way while I do my face. Okay, so then I typically go in just with my hands and do a little bit of toner. Just like a small small little dab. And then I rub that in all over my face. My hands are clean. Prep my skin for all the shit I'm about to put on it. Okay, and the one I use is called Super Aqua, and I get most of my skincare stuff, it comes from the Korean market. I just think that they have great stuff. So this is like a moisturizer that I'm putting on now. So I let the toner dry a little bit, let it soak up, and then I go in with my moisturizer. Now my skin is kind of like, I guess, like combination. I never really knew what that meant until like I realized one day, like, oh shit, that's my skin. Because like I break out sometimes like on my cheeks or like around my nose, chin, but then my forehead is like always really dry. So sometimes if it's like extra dry, I'll just like put a little bit of olive oil, like this kind of like olive oil I got at the Body Shop, and I'll just like press that into like the dry skin. But yeah, that's pretty much it for prepping my skin. I don't typically use a primer unless it's for like a shoot or something where I need it to stay on, but this is every day, so we're gonna go right in with concealer. I actually do my concealer ahead of my foundation because I find that like it blends better when I put on my foundation after. So I use MAC Pro Longwear. There. And I really just go around and I just like dab a little bit under my eyes. I also like, I don't contour my face. I don't really know how to do that apart from like in a really silly way. Okay, so that's what I do. Then I go in with my foundation. Now typically I use Makeup Forever Ultra HD. I'm running a little low on it, so then I use like my backup, which is Hollywood Flawless Filter by Charlotte Tilbury. Usually I just use this one as kind of like a highlighting foundation, like here and there, but lately I've been using it like all over my face, so yeah, I just put it kind of everywhere. I try not to go on like too thick. I don't know if this looks thick to anyone, but so yeah, I try to just like cover like some of the spots that I didn't get so that I have like an even face, but then those like red spots or like blotchy spots are already covered by the concealer. Okay, then I go in with my beauty blender and just tap. Oh, I forgot a step. Usually like before I do this, I put like a bunch of Vaseline on my lips because afterwards I wipe it off and the foundation that may have got on my lips comes off with it. Okay, so I'm very shiny again because this is like, this stuff has like a lot of shine stuff in it. Gonna let that sit. Then I'm gonna get all of the other parts of my face ready. So for my eyes, I do use a primer. This stuff is amazing. It's called Shadow Insurance by Too Faced. I've literally been using this since I was like 16. So yeah, you just put it kind of all over your lid, like wherever your product is gonna go. Sometimes I even like go under here a little bit if I know that I'm gonna do beneath my eye, which sometimes I do with shadow or liner. Okay, then it's taking longer today, I think, because I'm like explaining everything, but usually this takes me like no time at all. So because I'm using this like shinier foundation, I really like the dewy look, but I don't like some spots looking too shiny. So I just go in with a powder. This is powder by Kat Von D. And I use actually a foundation brush, so I kind of just like blend it in, kind of just dabbing it again. And you can see like it just takes that shine right out. Keeps it on the cheeks like where you want it. So I find that looks just less like you just ran a marathon. Okay, then I do a little bit of brow gel. Sometimes I just brush them. I have very thick eyebrows, so quite frankly I don't even like know how to like fill them. They're just full. Okay, then I use my blush, Hourglass. This is another amazing product. It's good to get like matched for like the good kind of like color for your undertones. So mine are like a little bit, oops, I should be watching what I'm doing. Mine are like a little bit rosy, but also a little bit olivey. So they've got kind of like the perfect stuff to kind of bring that out. So when I apply my brush, I use a blush brush, and I kind of do it like just above my cheekbone, so not really like on the apples, and sometimes I do a little bit on my nose. That's it, really like minimal. Okay, onto eyes. So I go in first with a white eyeshadow, and I just use like a little smudge brush, and I just put it in the corner there, kind of open up my eye. And sometimes too like a little bit like under here. Then my next step, I go in with either this Huda Beauty palette or the Fenty palette. This one I love. It has like a lot of like pinks and purples. It's really fun because usually during daytime I just do like a pink or purple. Today though, I'm going to go in the Fenty palette. So I really love like these two for like everyday, or sometimes pink, sometimes this coral kind of color. So I'm gonna go in with the shiny beige kind of one, and then yeah, I just spread that all over my lid, a little bit in the crease. And I find that like when you have a shine in your eyeshadow, it adds so much effect that you don't, it adds so much effect that you don't really need to do a bunch of like layering with different colors. So I use this brush to just kind of like get it on. And then if I am using two different colors, then I'll blend it. So I'll show you what that looks like. So typically like I'll go for a step darker, so like maybe this color. And then I put that like in my crease, kind of like a line. So that. And then I kind of wing it a little bit too, kind of like where I would want that to go. And this looks kind of silly now, but like I'm gonna blend it. So yeah, just like in the crease. It's hard for me to tell where I have my creases because I have like folded creases. Okay. That. Try to make them even. Okay, and then I go in with my blender brush, which like this is also like a really great tool just from Sephora. And I just kind of blend it. And then it looks like a fairy just came and like blew it onto your eye, and it's just like perfect. Okay, there we go. And so far we're at 13 minutes. Again, this usually goes a lot faster when I'm not like, oh, I gotta explain what I'm doing, but that's okay. So then I go in, curl my eyelashes. And then mascara, and then that's pretty much my face done. Now, because I'm just doing like a more daytime look, I'm not doing like a super heavy coat. It's so weird how we make that face. Okay, and that's about it. If I have extra time, I will go in and do eyeliner. And usually I just do like a simple kind of line out, a little bit of a wing, nothing like crazy. Sometimes it ends up that way if like one's like, oh, a little heavy on this side, then I gotta even it out. But yeah, essentially that's it for the makeup. So I'll show you what I do with my hair now. First step is blow drying it. Oh, I lied. First step, I put in this like thermo heat spray by L'Oreal. Okay, give it a good brush, get that product in there. So I find it's good to use like a heat product before, because then afterwards you smell less like burnt hair and more like salon, so that's always a bonus. So yeah, then I blow dry my hair pretty quick. Usually I stop kind of halfway to it being dry, and I just brush out all my tangles again. And then I'm going to be using my hair straightener, so I'm going to turn that on. It's pretty quick to warm up, but good to have it going. So get all those tangles out, and then I can kind of feel like what's left. So if you have like a really great haircut and all you need to do is dry your hair, or if you have like a more kind of permanent style, then you're good to go and you can kind of skip this step. Sometimes, you know, if I'm really in a rush, I don't have time to style my hair any further. I just like go, you know, natural, whatever. But what I'm gonna show you now is a trick that I use for styling my hair. And I kind of developed this trick when I was in high school, because I just like loved to look super polished every single day, like hair done. I had like a lot of like experimental phases, but I definitely like to just look cute and effortless. So this is the trick, and this works on hair types. If your hair, if the hair that you have is like straight or kind of wavy, like mine's like this. So I part it in two. It doesn't have to be like perfect parts. Then I brush these into a ponytail. So I kind of make like piggy tails. Oh, my ears are on fire. Let's just hide those fire ears. Okay. The other side too. And my hair straightener, I remember to turn it on halfway through my blow drying, so it's all warm, ready to go. This is also cute if you want to rock this. It's not like something I do regularly or ever really, but it's cute. I might do it now. So then instead of so what I'm going to be doing, let me explain this first. I go in with my hair straightener and I curl it, or sometimes I even just like straighten the ends if I just want my ends to be a little less frizzy. But what I'm going to do today is just like curl the bottoms of it so that when I take them out of the ponytails, it's going to look like semi-done, a little bit of a wave to it. But it's going to take like a fraction of the time. Like I have very thick hair, so I'm just going to get started. I have very thick hair and it takes me forever if I curl my entire head, especially if I'm doing like with a curling wand or with an iron, like going in, curling it, setting it. It takes so long. So I'm really just curling the ends here. But you'll see when I take it out, it gives it like a really nice little curl at the end. And again, like you only have so much time to get ready, but you still kind of want to look like, oh, she tried, like she did something, like polished, cute. So yeah, I just go around and do this on one side and then the other. It's probably the longest step. And again, like this was like, it's more optional. Like I don't always do this. I actually just started doing it again recently because I remembered, I was like, oh right, I used to like do that. You kind of like forget some tricks you have though because you're kind of like, I don't know, you go to the salon and like you see all of their amazing techniques and you're like, oh, maybe I should actually try harder. But I don't think so. Like I think that it's really good to hold on to like these tips and tricks because it just gives you more time to do other things, like get a cup of coffee, get a cup of tea, make sure you have like a full breakfast before going to school, before going to the office, before going to a meeting, or wherever it is you're going. This isn't really like a nighttime look. Like usually I would take the eyes darker, but I'll show you guys how to do that in another video. There, like little bo peep. So not done. Then I go in with my hairspray. This one's, I like to call it horse spray because it's like the cheapest one from the drugstore. But just do that, scrunch it a little bit, go in it like too gluey. I don't like to like touch my hair and like feel the hairspray in it. So I find if you like scrunch it a bit, it like spreads it. Okay, gonna go to the other side. So I just went in with the dryer, because that patch was like a little bit wet, it's important that your hair is like pretty much dry, otherwise like you're really gonna like fry your hair, because your straightener is gonna be trying to like dry your hair at the same time as it's styling it, and it's just pretty damaging. Okay, now we've got both sides curled. So then I take them out of these hair ties and try to be gentle. And then yeah, like, there you go. It's got some like wave, got a little bit of like a Jessica Rabbit thing going on for me. And then sometimes like I'll just like go in here and kind of style these out a little bit, just like the shorter pieces at the front. That's really about it. Or like I have like a few layers, like I don't have a lot of layering, but like some of those pieces that like didn't get hit by the curling, you can do that like a little bit. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. This is the look. Good to go. You can do like, I'll show you like a few other things, I guess. You can take in like a barrette. Do that. That's cute. Whatever. Put in a headband if you like. So yeah, there we go. This is another tool that you can use, these little circular hair combs. And even if I hadn't styled my hair, you just put one of these in and it's like, whoa, I don't know, it just looks so cute, like, and it keeps your hair out of your face if you're like a girl who doesn't like to have her hair in her face a lot. Now I always do this after I'm done my hair because it's super sticky, and like most girls know that like lip gloss just like sticks to your hair. So yeah, here we go. Oh, I'm gonna stop kissing you now.